I'd rather the people think I'm insane, and that way they leave it alone. When I first came in the house.
Which house? This one or another one?
This one. I don't even talk about the other one. That was a very personal event. But this one, when I first walked in, I had to break into it for Dennis. And at the time, Bernard and Dennis were standing outside with me. I had long hair, I was a hippie, and I'm ex-felon, so I shouldn't be breaking into any houses. So here I have two of my...
Wait a minute, did they own the house?
At that time, they were in the process of purchasing it, but they had permission from the owner. Go ahead and go inside and check it out if you're interested in buying it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's not an illegal act. It was all condoned.
Okay.
So, but I breaking in just felt out of place. I shouldn't have been there in the first place. That's how I felt about it. I'm the one guy with a past record. I shouldn't have a screwdriver, pry bar, or anything going in anybody's house. So when I first came in, I am maintenance man by trade. I walk through a place. Somebody passes away in it. Somebody trashes the place out. No matter what they do, it's my responsibility to go in first and find out what's happened to the property. So I did. I led in, and they followed behind me. Is it safe to walk through it? Are there nails sticking out? Stuff like that. As I walked through it, I got to the steps, and I just started feeling really bad, kind of nauseated, and I didn't think much about it. And as I turned to go farther up the stairs, I heard, "Why are you here?" in a woman's voice. So being in maintenance my whole life, I thought, oh shit, here I go, I'm gonna walk. I got an abandoned crack house here now, and some girls up here camping out. So I ran up and I went and I looked in all the rooms with the flashlights around it, stepped in the closets, and quicker, because nobody was there. And as I got to the last room and nobody's here, I zipped through the house. As I was coming down the stairs, I had my camera in my pocket, which Dennis asked me to bring to take photos. I was going to take photos. I didn't do any of that. I came back up. Once I realized there was nobody upstairs, but I had heard the voice clearly, and I turned around and they were down walking up the stairs. I tried to hand my flashlight to Bernie, which didn't have a flashlight. Dennis had one. I had one and Dennis had one. So I handed mine to Bernie, and Bernie's hand didn't come up quick enough, so I went right to Dennis and handed it to him, which he'll verify. You can ask him. I was scared. I just got up and out of the house. I don't want to meet with any events of any type. I don't care if it's supernatural or whatever. I don't want to run into a crack whore up in here. I don't want to run into a gangster. I don't want to run into a dead body. I definitely don't want to run into a ghost. But there was no apparition, just the sound of a female's voice. So I go home. 3 weeks later, one of my friends brings a girl over, which I've never met, and he knows nothing about this house. And the girl goes, well, do you know, hey, are you into ghosts? Did you know that house right over there's been haunted? Always has been haunted by a lady. So I'm like, what? And I said, well, yeah, my stepdad lived here. He was a musician. I didn't know him, but he said he always heard, who's there, who's there? The words I heard are, why are you here? When I got to the landing, when I was going up the second half. When I came back down, I didn't speak about it to anybody, except for Bernie, my landlord over there. I said, I don't want to talk to Dennis about it. I don't want to talk about anybody about it. This is what I feel. I felt real bad going up the stairs, and I heard a voice, and nobody's there. That's why I ran, Bernie. I never took photos of the property or anything, which Dennis wanted. You know, he was going to purchase the place. I just got the hell out of here. Well, then I found out that it was a lady's voice, and the other guy had dealt with repeatedly, or more than once, and the statement was, who's there, who's there? That wasn't what I heard. What I heard was, why are you here? One time. Then I walked out, I left out. Well, then I found out later on that it was an old lady that lived here that used to make jelly. Her name was Mrs. Gray. And then I found out also another friend of mine, Nick Hoffman's family, was also one of the purchasers. So this house only went through 4 hands that I'm aware of. 4 real owners. I don't know if the lady passed away here. I don't know if it was my imagination. I don't know if it was the excessive alcohol I'd had a couple days before that, or how many joints I smoked, or what the case might be. All I know is what I heard was completely clearly an audible female voice asked me why I was here. The hair on the back of my neck stood up, and all I could think of was just going through the place is, I don't want to find this crack whore. I don't want to find this dead lady. I don't want to see nothing. I just want to get in here, make sure it's safe, give them the flashlight, and get the hell out of here. And that's what I did.
That's crazy.
Weeks after that, the events that came were people explaining to me what they have gone through in this house. That just coincided with that one incident I had. And if that's you and you're pissed off about it, Miss Gray, I'm sorry, bring me some jelly. Apparently she was great at making jelly. The neighborhood loved her and knew her. And I've walked into situations where there's been violent deaths, where there's been somebody lost that shouldn't have lost at that time. And I do believe in reoccurrences. I do believe a residual life force is there all through your life. Just like recording on a wax disc, I think surfaces pick up any incidents that happens. Even though it's so minute, we don't have instruments to read it, I think other things in life do read it. Whether it's your psyche, or an event, or a time of the year or day, something that channels it, I think things happen, just like dimensions. I do believe we ain't the only one here, we ain't the only one there. I just think there's greater life forms than us that we don't understand, and I'm fine with that. But when I walk in this house, I don't have any bad feelings. When I first walked in there, I had fear. It might have been because of the way I entered the house, but I can tell you I exited it a whole lot differently, didn't I, Gary? My friend and landlord over there can vouch for it. I handed him the flashlight, he already had one. Didn't need mine.
Okay, so have you ever had a paranormal experience? If you have, I want to hear your story. Write in the comments section. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. And remember, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Bye.